I lay down hard in that busted house. Roof half gone, ghost thick as smoke. Told myself, boy, just sleep it out. Let the world keep turning while your heart stays broke. By the window hung a rusted little bell. Ain't rung one since my life turned hell. I closed my eyes, tried to fade like sin. Then it rang 3 times with no damn wind. I whispered, who the hell is pulling that string? No footsteps, no breeze, just the metal sing. Sound cut clean through the dust in my chest, like a judge calling roll, not letting me rest. When the dead bell rings in a windless room, you can't play corpse in your own half-doom. It ain't no warning, it's a name they call, dragging your soul back up from the crawl. I thought I was done, just a weight, not a man. But that rusted throat had a different plan. Yeah, if that old bell screams with no breeze inside, the world ain't through with your dirty fight. I walked to the window with a hangman's breath, whiskey on my tongue, thinking about death. Cross on the wall, hanging cracked and wrong, dust on the Bible, pages all gone. I growl, God, you're still keeping score. Then the bell hit twice, even harder than before. Sound cut sharp through my crooked past. Every little sin rang up like glass. I reached out slow, touched that rusted frame. Cold at first, then it warmed to flame. Felt like a hand grab hold of mine, pulling me back from a coward's line. I said, if that's you, then quit speaking in code. You want me standing back out on that road? The bell swung once with a low, mean chime, like it carved one word: climb. When the dead bell sings and the air stays still, it ain't ringing fear, it's ringing will. It don't say hide, it don't say sleep. It calls you out of the hole you keep. I was laying down trying to lose my name, but the sound dragged me back through the smoke and shame. If that rusted mouth keeps shouting my song, then I ain't done fighting what I did wrong. No choir there, just a cracked old ring, but it felt more real than any church hymn. So I laced my boots with a tight old grin. If the bell still calls, I'm stepping back in. Yeah, when the bell cries out with no wind to blame, it's the world saying, get up, remember your name. I pressed that black mask to my skin, opened and killed a man I've been. But it slipped right off like it knew my lies. In my boots hard, staring back at my eyes. Second try shook my breath and bones, but it fell again. Rolling over stones, third time hell, it snapped like a whip. Bounced off my chest with a warning drip. Felt like the night itself spoke through the legs. You weren't born to hide your face. I cursed the message, stay on damn you. But the dark spit back, boy, that ain't what you do. Some sins don't wanna cover a shield. They want blood, truth, and a battlefield. If the mask won't stay, I ain't meant to crawl. If my face breaks through, then I'm built to stand tall. If the dark keeps pushing the truth out of me, then I ain't born for disguise, I'm born to be free. If the mask keeps falling like it knows my soul's trace, then hell, I live with my own damn face. I felt that wild love I lost in the spring. Felt the sins I buried, try to take back swing. Saw a preacher's hand in the flicker of night. Heard a demon laugh, saying, boy, you fight. Dropped to my knees, mask lying there still, like a dead thing waiting on my will. I picked it up, but it turned on its own, pointing back at me, cutting straight to bone. That's when I whispered that prayer, half curse. If I run from me, I'll only make it worse. My heart beat loud like a drum in a cage. Truth crawling up like a rattlesnake's rage. Mask didn't break, it just refused to lie. And some lies ain't worth another try. If the mask won't stay, then I'm done pretending. If my scars burn bright, that's the start, not the ending. If the dark keeps showing the man underneath, then I ain't bowing to shame, I ain't hiding my teeth. If the mask keeps falling, refusing my chase, then damn it, I'll walk with my own real face. He walked that rocky trail at dawn. Men ahead passed through like nothing's wrong. But when his boot hit the broken line, the earth growled low like a warning sign. Stone trembled soft under only his heel. A private tremor only he could feel. He froze there whispering, Lord, that you? But the ground just rumbled like it already knew. He heard no screams, no devil's cry, just a shake saying, boy, don't let yourself die. Some calls ain't thunder, ain't fire, ain't sky. Sometimes it's dirt, asking why. If the ground shakes under him alone, then his path ain't dead, just carved in stone. If the world wakes up when he steps through, saying, whoa, your fight ain't done, son. He buried sins down in a canyon pit. Thought the past was cold, didn't feel no split. But the shaking rolls like a heartbeat's warning, pulling him back to what he left that morning. A rusted cross he dropped in the dirt, a love he'd scarred, a vow he'd heard. He muttered low, if that's you I hear. And the ground kicked harder, shaking him clear. So he knelt and pressed his hand to the soil. A quiet ritual, part prayer, part toil. He said, if I'm meant to pay, then show me how. And the ground shook once like a solemn vow. It wasn't fear, it wasn't doom or end. It was the earth saying, stand up again. If the ground shakes under him alone, then he ain't lost, just being shown. If the world wakes loud when he steps through, then the road still burns with something true. If the earth keeps rumbling beneath the sin, that ain't a warning, that's a new place to begin. Calls out with a trembling hymn, then damn it, he'll rise and the world can answer him. I tossed my hammer in the fire, said I'm done with this thing. Ash on my hands, sweat burning my eyes in the midnight light. Broke every promise I had ever forged on that anvil stone. Felt my own craft turn its back, leave me standing alone. But when that hammer hit the ground, sparks rose like hell took breath, and that steel jumped back at me, shaking off his death. Murder went out, but the flames snapped loud like the west speaking straight through the smoke in the crowd. Fight on big fire commands, and that old hammer waited for my hand. If the hammer rises from the ash, then my craft still calls my name. If the steel won't sleep in cinder, then I can't walk from what I became. If the forge lights up for my broken will, then I ain't done making war with skill. If the hammer hits itself to live, hell, I still got something left to give. I stared at that handle, burned black from years, wondering how many sins lived inside my fears. Heard my father's voice, heard a preacher's cry, heard the ghosts of every strike I swore would die. The fire curled round the steel like a serpent's grin, saying, boy, redemption ain't soft, it begins within. So I grabbed that weight, felt the world tilt right, and the sparks crowned my head like a guilty knight. My bones shook hard, but my stance held true, 'cause the flames that forged what life owes you. That hammer twitched like it knew my sin. Dared me to live, dared me to begin. He walked that open field with his coat sold through. Rain hitting hard like the sins he knew. Whiskey on his breath while trouble on his skin. Every lost promise dripping down from him. He'd run from a town that he burned half down. Left a cross, left a ring, left shame in that ground. When his knees gave out in the flooded dirt, he muttered, "Let it drown me in the hurt." But the rain hit harder everywhere but him. Storm beat the world to a black-washed him. Right where he knelt, not a drop came down, just a dry small circle in the flooded brown. He said, "Heaven, why spare a man like me?" But the sky stayed dark with no mercy. If the storm steps round his broken head, then he ain't meant to lay there dead. If the rain won't finish what he tried to do, there's still some death this world wants from you. When the field gets hammered and he stays dry, that ain't mercy, that's a hard cold sign. If the sky leaves room for his feet to stand, he's still bound tied to this cursed land. He thought about the money he never paid back, cards on the table, gun under his jack. Thought about a woman with wildfire eyes, how he loved her rough then fed her lies. Dark pride in his blood, corruption in his grin, wearing his guilt like a second skin. He scooped up mud from the storm's mean edge, smudged it on his chest like a crooked pledge. Then he bit his thumb till the red ran thin, let a drop fall straight to the wind. He said, "If you're up there, quit playing soft, either drop this sky or lift me off." Thunder rolled with a low mean groan, like the world saying, "Stand up, you ain't gone." If the storm steps round his broken head, then he ain't meant to join the dead. If the rain won't crush him where he falls, there's still a fire waiting whenever it calls. When the whole wide field is beat to mud and he sits untouched in the middle of the flood, that ain't luck, that's the world saying, "Son, you don't drown till the work is done." So he rolls up slow in the sideways light with a cracked up soul and a jaw set tight. If the sky holds back when he's going down, he's gotta stand up and face that town. I found an old wood gate on the edge of this broken town. Pulled it hard behind my back, trying to lock my demons down. Dust on my shoulders, sin on my tongue. I whisper, let me ride where I'm already done. But as soon as I step back, that damn thing side opened up smooth like it knew I lied. Didn't creak like fear, it breathed like fate, saying, boy, you ain't meant to suffocate. I growled, close, damn you, but it swung out wide like something inside refused my goodbye. I felt the world pulling at my coat like thread, telling me to walk, not join the dead. If the gate won't shut on me, then I ain't done. I still got dust to kick, still got devils to outrun. If the wood swings open like it's letting me through, then the stove and I tried to bury ain't through. If the gate refuses to hold my weight, I ain't meant to die inside their state. If the world won't close its hands around me, then hell, maybe I'm still who I'm supposed to be. I stood in that doorway, fist tight with shame, thinking on every sin that carried my name. Thought of her eyes, thought of God's cold stare, thought of the blood I never meant to wear. The gate swung again, gentle but firm, like a preacher's finger making me squirm. I heard it whisper low through the splintered frame, walk back out, boy, reclaim your name. My chest burned high like a brand on skin, not redemption, just refusal to give in. That open gate felt like a dare, saying step out, face what's still out there. Still got nights to outrun. If the world keeps pushing that doorway wide, then I ain't meant to disappear inside. If that frame opens up like it knows my fight, then maybe my hell still owes me light. If the gate refuses to end my track, then damn it, I ain't turning back. Skull lying out on that old red dirt. Picked it up me, thinking maybe I could bury my hurt. Wall smoke still haunting every breath in my chest, and my hands still trembling from the sins I confess. I said, hell, I'm done carrying ghosts around. Lifted that bone like I throw my past down. Right when I pull my arm to swing, That dead man's eyes turned straight at me. I froze up hard, couldn't catch my breath. Felt every wrong I made, every near death. Heard someone cold whisper under my skin, boy, you ain't done, start again. If the dead turn back to look at me, then I ain't through, no sir, not free. If the bones of my past still follow my stride, then I got one more hill I gotta climb. When the skull won't lay and the truth won't quit, I gotta stand my ground, I gotta rise with it. If the dead look up from the dirt, I knew they ain't haunting, they're waiting on my next move. I carry that skull like a weight in my palm, a reminder that running never keeps you calm. About the blood on my name last year, about the woman saying come back here. Faith cracked in me like a dried up creek, but redemption kept humming under every heartbeat. So I set that skull down on a bed of dust, said if I rise again it's cause I must. Wind rolled by like a preacher's song saying, boy, you've been crooked too damn long. And that skull leaned forward just a little bit, like the dead saying, get up, quit quitting. If the dead turn back to look at me, then I ain't through, no sir, not free. If the bones of my past still shadow my boots, there's a road ahead I gotta walk straight through. When the skull won't sleep in the ground, I knew I hear it calling, saying, boy, be true. If the dead look up from the dirt, I know they ain't haunting, they're waiting on my next move. If the dead turn back to look at me, if the dead turn back to look at me, if the I pushed that rusty blade down in the ground, said I'm done fighting hell, just leave me now. But the dirt kicked back, steel jumped like it breathed, bent toward my hand like it still believed. I muttered quit, but the metal leaned more, like it hurt every sin I'm trying to ignore. And I felt that itch, the old fire, the old scar, calling me back like a name carved in tar. I whispered, Lord, don't drag me again. But the steel hissed back like a long-lost friend. A voice in my ribs said, son, stand tall. If the blade won't sleep, then neither will ya. If the blade don't lay in the dirt, then I ain't done bleeding, I ain't done hurt. that sword like a guilty man should, thinking about wounds that never healed good. Every bad choice, every lover I burned, every prayer I killed, every grave I earned. So I cut my palm, let the red drip slow, wiped it on the steel like a vow I owe. Said, alright, devil, if you need my name, I'll drag it through fire till it don't feel shame. I told myself, boy, don't hide from the cause, but the blade just laughed like it knew I was lost. Still something in me kicked back to life, like pain was a prayer and guilt was a knife. If the blade don't lay in the dirt, then I ain't done bleeding, I ain't done hurt. If the steel still shines for me, I'll walk that line I swore I'd leave. Yeah, if my weapon won't bow to the soil, guess I'm still wide for the blood and the toil. If the blade won't sleep, then neither will I. Some men fall, but I was built to rise. Midnight on the dry hill flats, sand sticking to my boots like old regrets. I walk east where the world goes dead, trying to bury the weight inside my head. Sky hung low like a rusted lid, he's still there though the sun was hid. I'm buttered, I'm done, no more looking back, but the wind behind me rose like a desert attack. It shook my spine like a ghost with purpose, spun me around slow like judgment surfaced. Left stone burning in the place I ran. Maybe a sin, maybe a name, maybe a vow undone. Maybe a piece of me I feared would stun. Yeah, when the night screams face it now, a man don't outrun what he still allows. If the desert wind drags me to the start, it means the truth ain't done with my heart. I planted my heels, cursed the sky. Dust rose up like a funeral cry. Damn you, I spared, I got nothing to claim. But the wind blew harder, calling out my name. I pulled out the cross hanging under my shirt, rust on its head, stained with my dirt. Held it to the storm like a wounded flea. Asked you want me back, then show me what's me. The gust circled round, carved the path in sand like a finger drawing lines only I could understand. I cut my palm on the edge of that cross, let blood drip down, payment for the loss. Wind carried the sin, turned sharp, turned cold, like some old spirit taking hold. I whispered, if you're real, then drag me if you must. And the dunes lit faint with a reddish dust. Not mercy, not wrath, just a call I knew. left something breathing in the place I ran. Could be a wound, could be a lie, could be a love I broke, could be the fire in me choking on smoke. Yeah, when the storm says face your ground, a man either rises or stays hellbound. If the wind claws hard just to spin me round, then my fight's still buried in that battleground. So I tighten my boots, walk back through the sand. Not proud, not safe, but I'll make my stand. Cause if the wind still knows where I belong, then maybe I ain't been gone that long. He walked off town like he quit his own name. Cold night breath, pockets empty of flame. Sins hanging on him like a busted coat, heart dragging low like a worn out old. Sky was dead quiet, not a star in sight, just the kind of dark that swallows a man's fight. He figured he'd fade where the world runs thin, but the ground behind him started glowing red again. He turned and stared at the trail he'd made, boot prints burning like a vow unlaid. He whispered, hell, is that really me? But the dirt breathed heat like a live heartbeat. If the ground lies where he walks tonight, his path ain't dead, it's waiting for the fight. A man don't burn without something inside, some ghost of fire he tried to hide. Yeah, when the boot prints blaze in a world gone cold, it means his story still wants to be told. If the earth glows red under steps he takes, then he ain't done, he's just starting to wait. Yeah. He backed away slow, thought it might be a trick, some devil sign, some old night's pick. But every step burned brighter than the last, like the ground was shouting truths from his past. He knelt down once, ran a hand through the dust, came up with ash and a memory of trust. Whispered, Lord, I ain't earned no spark, but the flame on the soil cut through the dark. He sliced his thumb on a shard of stone, let blood drip down on the ember throne. It hissed and glowed like it swallowed his sin. Pain saying, stand up, try again. He muttered, if you're there, then show me why. And the trail flipped bright, cutting through the night sky. Wasn't mercy, wasn't fear, wasn't holy speech, just fire saying what a man must reach. If the ground lies where he walks tonight, his path ain't dead, it's calling him to fight. It don't matter how far he ran from the flames, some sparks chase a man by calling his name. When his footprint glows like a coal reborn, it means he ain't meant for the quiet, the torn. If the earth breathes fire where it's been before, then his soul still knocks on tomorrow's door.
Found an old lantern by the canyon gate. Dandy like me, down there out of faith. Oil was gone, flame thin as a thread. look like a heartbeat right before it's dead. I blew on it hard, trying to kill the light. Wanted one excuse to fade into the night, but that little flame sharpened, turned purple in me. Stood straight up like a knife cut clean. I whispered, why won't you die with me? Like the damn thing hurt, like it disagreed. He crawled up my palm, crawled down my spine. Felt like judgment or a lifeline. If the lamp burns on emptiness, then so can a man that's drowned in stress. I ain't no saint, but I ain't done yet. Fight on life, fight, don't forget. Yeah, when that flame rose sharp against my breath, it carved one truth in the mouth of death. If the light don't quit, then neither do I. Some fires burn more when you try to let them die. Saw my face in the glass, every scar I earned, every lie I passed. Whiskey on my tongue, dust on my vow. I said, hell, I don't know what I am now. Then the flame leaned forward, pointed at the dark, like it knew damn well where I left my spark. Felt like a preacher punching at my pride, saying get off your knees, stay on the ride. I cut my thumb on the frame, blood dripped down, mixed with the soot, turned the flame deep brown. Little ritual raw as a man could be, pain lit the path right back to me. I growled, alright if you wanna leave. Flame snapped tall like it got what it need. Didn't beg, didn't plead, didn't play pretend, just burn like it meant stand up again. If the lantern burns on emptiness, then so can a man that swallow milk. I ain't built holy, but I'm built to try. Some soul spark back when they're forced to die. When that little flame rose fierce in my hand, it felt like the desert itself gave a command. Yeah, if that stubborn light keeps calling me through, then maybe my fire's been hid, not through. No choir, no witness, just a dying light's cry. But it told me plain, get up, burn back, don't lie. If the flame stands tall when your hope runs dry, then hell, so will I. So will I. I climbed the ridge line looking for an end. Dust in my throat, pain trailing close like a friend. My boots scrape rock, very thin as a thread. I was ready to step where the world drops dead. Then I saw him perched on a twisted limb, black as a sin I never outran. Crow locked on me like it knew my thought, head cocked sideways like it caught me caught. I growled, move aside, bird, this ain't your call. But he flared those wings like a shadow wall, beat across my face like a slap from fate, hard enough to make my heart beat wait. When even the cruel guards the edge from you, boy, that means you still got something to do. That bird ain't warning you about the fall, he's calling out the fear behind it all. saying turn back, you ain't meant to die. I kicked at the dirt, said better get gone, but he hopped forward, bold and headstrong. Said right down in the path of my boot, like a preacher who don't need words to dispute. Wind cut sharp like a knife made of prayer, pushing at my cold, lifting my despair. Crow tilted his head, stared deep in my sin. Felt like he saw the ride I kept within. I whisper, you here to judge me too. He blinked once slow like he already knew. So I cut my palm on a jagged stone, let blood drip down like a vow half grown. A crude little ride in the mouth of night. Pain said, face yourself, don't take that flight. I said, alright then, what you want me to see? Crow beat his wings like he pointed at me. Wasn't fear, wasn't mercy, wasn't holy grace, just truth hitting hard right in my face. When even a crow guards the edge from you, it ain't the cliff speaking, it's the part that's true. He ain't stopping death for the sake of your breath. He's stopping the lie you've been calling rest. If a black wind fighter won't let you fall, then your shadow's still strong, still standing tall. Yeah, when that bird cries loud with a flame in its cry, it's the world saying turn back, live, don't die. No choir, no preacher, just a crow in the night, but he saved me harder than any holy light. So I stepped away from the edge with a slow cold grin. If the crow won't leave, then neither does my will to win. You were dragging yourself through the canyon road, dust on your breath sends heavy in your load. Knees shaking bad, you were ready to fold, ready to drop like a story never told. You bend down slow, thinking this is the end. Just one last fall, no strength could defend. But when your knee hit earth, the ground slid back. A rock rose up like a hand holding you intact. You muttered, let me fall, I'm tired as hell. But the storm pushed up like it knew you too well. Something in the dirt said not tonight, like the land itself refused your quiet flight. If the stone lifts you fall when you're breaking apart, your strength ain't dead, just hid in the dark. And you're meant for the ground, ain't meant to stay down. This fight in your brains, even buried deep in the sound. When the rock bends up beneath your weight, it ain't mercy, boy, that's fate. If the earth won't let you collapse tonight, then stand up tall, you're still built for the fight. Time mistakes, boy, when you drop, that stone rose twice. Firm as a warning, cold as advice. voice cracking raw from all you forsake. Then the wind cut in like a rough-edged prayer, pushing your hair back, asking you to dare. You press your palm to the rock's coarse skin, blood from a cracked knuckle seeping thin. Red on stone, a cruel little ride, pain as a lantern dragging truth to light. You growled, alright, if I ain't meant to fall. And the earth thumped once, like it answered your call. You whispered, show me why I'm still here. The rock stayed steady, cold and clear. Didn't preach, didn't beg, didn't act divine, just held you up like a silent sign. If the stone lifts your fall when your bones feel done, then your fight ain't lost, it's just fighting to run. You ain't born to the ride or bow to the sand. You rise cause the world still knows you can. Yeah, when the rock says stand without a word, that's the loudest damn truth you'll ever have heard. If the earth itself won't let you collapse tonight, then your shadow's still on, still ready to bite. Hey, hey, hey. No preacher, no choir, just a stone saying move. But that's all it takes when you've something to prove. So you wipe your blood, put your boots back on. The rock still lives, then you ain't gone. Hey, hey, hey. He walked through that graveyard at the edge of dusk, boots dragging slow like he'd run out of trust. Sands on his back, cold breath in his throat, looking for a hole where a man can't just float. Found one empty, dirt soft like a bed, whispered maybe this is where a worn soul sheds. He leaned on the shovel of his own damn past, then the ground puffed up and kicked him back fast. He cursed under breath, hell, what was that for? But the dirt growled low like a warning from the floor. Felt like the earth itself was drawing a line, telling him dying it wasn't part of his time. If the grave kicks back at your weary boots, you ain't meant for the worms or the buried truths. It ain't no welcome, ain't letting you ride. The world still holds a place you forgot. Yeah, when the ground spits you out instead of pulling you in, it's saying your story's got breath left within. If the grave won't swallow your shadow tonight, you're still built for the dirt, the blood, the fight. He stepped back slow with the moon in his eyes. Thought maybe ghosts were playing with his pride, but no wind moved, no spirit stirred, just the sound of the sword speaking without words. He knelt down once, placed his hand on the rim, felt a pulse in the ground. Wasn't weak, wasn't dim, Then a thorny cross laying nearby tipped over toward him, like the night itself was calling out his sin. He muttered, "You want me walking back?" The ground thumped hard like a boot on his track. The message was clear: get up, go on. You ain't done yet, your shadow ain't gone. He spat in the dirt, said, "Lord, I hear you fine. Just quit pushing me like I'm still on the line." But the grave stayed loud in its quiet demand. Rise, son, you still got miles to stand. Grave kicks back at your weary boots. You ain't meant for the worms or the buried truth. It ain't no curse, ain't letting you ride. It's a shove from the world saying, walk what you got. Yeah, when the earth spits you out instead of pulling you in, you stand up taller than you've ever been. If the dark won't claim you in the cold dead night, then you're meant to rise, not lose the fight. No choir, no preacher, just a whole saying no. But that no hit harder than any gospel glow. So he laced his boots with a half-dead grin. In the grave, don't want him, he ain't done living. He walked through that graveyard at the edge of dusk, boots dragging slow like he'd run out of trust. Sins on his back, cold breath in his throat, looking for a hole where a man can just float. Found one empty, dirt soft like a bed. Whisper, maybe this is where one soul sheds. He leaned on the shovel of his own damn path. Then the ground puffed up and kicked him back fast. He cursed on a breath, hell, what was that for? But the dirt growled low, like a warning from the floor. Felt like the earth itself was drawing a line, telling him dying here wasn't part of his time. If the grave kicks back at your weary boots, you ain't meant for the worms or the buried truths. It ain't no welcome, ain't letting you rot. The world still holds a place you forgot. Here when the ground spits you out instead of pulling you in, it's saying your story's got breath left within. If the grave won't swallow your shadow tonight, you're still built for the dirt, the blood, the fight. He stepped back slow, with the moon in his eyes. Thought maybe ghosts were playing with his pride. But no wind moved, no spirit stirred, just the sound of the soil speaking without words. He knelt down once, placed his hand on the rim, felt the pulse in the ground, wasn't weak, wasn't dim. Then a thorny cross laying nearby tipped over toward him, like the night itself was calling out his sin. He muttered, "You want me walking back. The ground thumped hard like a boot on his track. The message was clear, get up, go on, you ain't done yet, your shadow ain't gone. He spat in the dirt, said, Lord, I hear you fine, just quit pushing me like I'm still on the line. But the grace stayed loud in its quiet demand. Rise, son, you still got miles to stand. If the grave kicks back at your weary boots, you ain't meant for the worms or the berry truths. It ain't no curse, I ain't letting you rot. It's a shove from the world saying walk what you got. Yeah, when the earth spits you out instead of pulling you in, you stand up taller than you've ever been. If the dark won't claim you in the cold dead night, then you're meant to rise, not lose the fight. No choir, no preacher, just a hole saying no, but that no hit harder than any gospel glow. So he laced his boots with a half-dead grin. If the grave don't want him, he ain't done living.